A judge ordered the music mogul to pay $100 million to a Michigan man.
You would still be lying to us right now if it was no video.
I can't believe it. Like that somebody would do that to somebody that they say they love.
Yeah.
Think about it, because she was on the floor, passed out. She looked lifeless, and he was kicking her.
That this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
The rumors swirling around Shan Diddy Combs just keep getting wilder, and the latest news is shocking, to say the least. Apparently, things have taken a dark turn for Diddy while he's locked up. Sources are claiming that he's been seriously hurt in prison after an alleged attack by a fellow inmate. Insiders are saying that he was targeted by someone connected to a notorious gang, and now he's fighting for his life in intensive care. Is this really happening? Could one of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry actually be facing such a grim reality? Let's break it all down and get into what might have led to this.
Had clients described NBC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
First off, it's important to remember that Diddy's current situation isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is a man who's been accused of some pretty serious things, charges that have rocked both the music world and the public's perception of him. After his arrest, it became clear that Diddy wasn't just dealing with legal issues, he's become a potential threat to those who were once closest to him. We're talking about years of alleged criminal activity that could expose secrets within the highest circles of the entertainment industry. And now someone apparently wants him silenced before he spills everything.
And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
The fact that Diddy was attacked in prison adds a whole new layer of drama. Prison insiders have described the place where Diddy is being held, the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, as a notoriously dangerous and grim facility. It's known for overcrowding, violence, and horrific living conditions. Some high-profile inmates like Ghislaine Maxwell and R. Kelly have been held there, and it's far from the luxurious life Diddy was used to. To be thrown into such an environment, especially given his status, was always going to be risky. And now, after this alleged incident, it seems like Diddy's worst nightmare is coming true.
And is going to mandate that they are responsible for your well-being. They have to ensure the safety of your well-being.
Rumors are swirling that someone with deep connections to the criminal underworld was behind the attack, aiming to send Diddy a clear message: keep your mouth shut. The logic behind this is pretty simple. Diddy's been involved in the industry for decades, and over that time, he's likely gathered dirt on some of the most powerful and influential people in music, entertainment, and beyond. These aren't just small-time players. We're talking about individuals who would have every reason to want their secrets buried. And if Diddy starts talking, the fallout could be catastrophic. Now, let's not forget why Diddy's in prison to begin with. The charges against him are severe, with allegations ranging from trafficking to racketeering. When he was arrested, it wasn't just some spur-of-the-moment thing. It followed months, if not years, of investigation by federal authorities who were apparently building a rock-solid case against him.
Gathered in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles, and the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been named freak-offs.
What's interesting is that Diddy wasn't just quietly taken into custody. He was reportedly cooperative and even expected the charges, having relocated to New York in advance of his arrest. This makes it seem like Diddy knew what was coming and maybe even thought he could manage the situation. But as we can see now, things have spiraled out of his control.
To me, this sounds like a very toxic work environment. What is your take on that?
Toxic, but just, I mean, this is illegal behavior. You cannot put this is battery. It's criminal battery.
The prison where Diddy is being held, the Metropolitan Detention Center, is infamous for its appalling conditions, and it's no wonder that someone with Diddy's reputation might face real danger there. The place has been called hell on earth by some former inmates, and stories of violence, power outages, freezing temperatures, and limited access to medical care are all part of the facility's long-standing problems.
Now, so what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that?
As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released to his mansion.
Inmates are packed into small cells, often with only minimal supervision, and reports of stabbings, violent altercations, and even fatalities inside the prison have made headlines in recent years. In 2019, the facility was plunged into chaos during a blackout that left inmates in total darkness and freezing conditions for nearly a week. This incident led to protests and a subsequent investigation by the Department of Justice, but the problems at the facility remain largely unresolved. Add to that the fact that the prison is severely understaffed, operating with only about half of the necessary personnel, and it's clear that keeping Diddy safe in such an environment was always going to be a challenge. Given this backdrop, the idea that someone managed to get to Diddy inside the prison starts to make a lot more sense. It's not just about the poor conditions, it's also about the prison's reputation for being a place where things can happen behind closed doors without much oversight.
They have people want to make up stuff, but they got people who was there that was witness and speaking about it.
High-profile inmates like Diddy often have targets on their backs, and with his long list of enemies and former associates, the stakes are even higher. Let's not forget what U.S. District Judge Robin Tarnowski said when denying Diddy's bail. She made it clear that Diddy's history of violence, his connections, and his immense wealth made him a significant flight risk and a danger to the community. The judge's decision to keep him locked up until his trial was based on concerns that he might try to obstruct justice or intimidate witnesses.
Is he controlling? Yes, he is. Will he put his hands on a female? Yes, he will. Would he put his hands on a male producer or anything? Yes, he will.
And now, with these latest developments, it seems like those concerns were valid. Whether or not Diddy planned to cooperate with authorities, his knowledge of other powerful figures in the industry and their involvement in illegal activities could potentially lead to a massive unraveling of secrets. Diddy's arrest came after an extensive federal investigation, which involved serving hundreds of subpoenas, executing numerous search warrants, and collecting an immense amount of digital evidence. The fact that federal prosecutors have spoken about dozens of terabytes of data related to the case suggests that this isn't just about Diddy himself. There's a larger web of individuals and operations involved. Prosecutors have pointed to the fact that Diddy's business empire was used as a front for criminal activities, with a long-standing pattern of abuse, exploitation, and intimidation. His former girlfriend Cassie, for example, was a central figure in one of the lawsuits that kicked off this whole investigation. Cassie's lawsuit, which was filed in late 2023, described years of physical and emotional torment, and while that case was settled privately, the allegations against Diddy continued to pile up. But even more unsettling were the reports of hidden cameras at his infamous parties, where high-profile figures from the entertainment industry were allegedly caught on tape engaging in compromising activities. These tapes, if they exist, could be the key to understanding why so many powerful people would want to see Diddy silenced. Imagine the kind of information that might be buried in those recordings, and it becomes clear why Diddy's life could be in serious danger.
You pay those lawyers to know. Those lawyers know what he's going to beat, and those lawyers know what he ain't going to.
For years, Diddy's extravagant lifestyle was the stuff of legend. From his lavish homes in Los Angeles, and Miami to his notorious parties on Star Island, he was known for pushing boundaries and creating a culture of excess. But beneath all the glitz and glamour, there were always whispers of something darker. Rumors of shady business dealings, secret alliances, and a violent temper followed him throughout his career, and now it looks like all of that might be catching up with him.
Not only should he have apologized to Cassie in that video, he should have apologized to all of the general public that he lied to.
The federal indictment against Diddy is a stark reminder of just how deep these allegations go. Prosecutors have accused him of using his influence to create a network of individuals who were not just complicit in his activities, but actively involved in helping him maintain control over his empire.
So there are some problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there is enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
This wasn't just about making money, it was about power, control, and ensuring that no one could challenge him without facing the consequences. And now, with all of this potentially coming to light, it's clear that Diddy is facing not only legal battles but also life-threatening danger from those who fear what he might reveal. The events leading up to Diddy's arrest were months in the making. Federal authorities raided his homes in Los Angeles and Miami earlier this year, seizing everything from electronics to incriminating documents. They even found firearms, including 3 AR-15 rifles with defaced serial numbers, adding yet another layer to the charges against him. At this point, it's clear that Diddy wasn't just another celebrity caught up in scandal. He's at the center of an investigation that could shake the entertainment industry to its core. But the question remains, how far will people go to keep him quiet? While this drama keeps on going, do you think Diddy is going to survive in the most notorious prison on earth? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.